Springtrap just saved Dead by Daylight. Give it a minute. Okay. Did you post your angry rage comment? Okay, good. Sorry for that intro, but I had to find an on-brand way of opening this video while also being clickbait to get those views. But it's not clickbait. Not entirely, at least. Since the FNAF chapters reveal, God, almost a year ago now, people have had their concerns about it. Rightfully so. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that was/still is worried that it's not going to be the iconic main villain from the first 10 years of the game's franchise, but the new boring one instead. If you're unclear on my feelings and you want to know more about why I have those feelings, check out the other channel or the link in the basement to watch my Ruin playthrough. You don't have to watch the entire thing. You can. I'd appreciate that. You can watch all the FNAF videos, get caught up before June or July's chapter. But really, you just gotta watch the first, 5 minutes of the Ruin DLC playthrough to get everything you need to know, really. But a lot of people's worries surrounding the FNAF chapter revolve around its popularity and the fact that it will bring in a lot of new players because that massive fan base is fanatical. They will flock to whatever property it's in. They just do that. A lot of popular, respected YouTubers, including Hens and Ots, have voiced their concerns over the years and, as of recently, about how bad it is for new players. How new players will play the game once, maybe have one match, maybe two matches at most, and then just uninstall it, get a refund because their experience sucked. I have those same concerns that they are sharing currently and have been sharing. When I first started playing 5 years ago, the learning process sucks. The game tells you nothing, and it's like sink or swim. Good luck. And it's only gotten worse over the years with the new killers and how things work and how the game plays. Everything from slugging to camping to the go next meta, as it's been dubbed, to the servers being ass a lot of the times, to the game-breaking bugs that never get fixed. The game isn't as enjoyable as it can be, or as it should be, quite frankly. Now, I haven't really gone through this new update thoroughly enough, but from what I have seen, the little of it I have seen, this feels like Behavior has seen those complaints and is finally doing something about them, which is great. I haven't seen it yet, so we'll watch the 5-minute video they posted, and then we'll check out the more in-depth stuff they posted. We do have a roadmap, too, apparently, that we can look to as well. But I'm cautiously optimistic right now. They posted this. Today, our community director, Eric Pope, and our VP and executive producer, Jose Ramos, unveil a 2-phase quality of life initiative that should address many long-standing concerns and frustrations, including my speech, experienced by players. We're not watching it on Twitter because fuck Elon. We'll go to their YouTube and support the official release. 5 minutes. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric Pope. I'm the community director here on Dead by Daylight, and we have a special update for you today. And we're going to be discussing some key changes that are coming to Dead by Daylight's roadmap, how they relate to some very important feedback that we've been reading in the community, and how we're planning to address it. So to do that, we've brought on a guest, in fact, a new face for these cameras, Mr. Jose Ramos.
Jose, sorry, mispronouncing.
And executive producer of Dead by Daylight.
Thanks, Eric. Hi, everybody. Excited to be here for the very first time.
Is it weird that we see him for the first time now during this, or is it a better way of not seeing such a big figure behind the scenes, right? We see Kote all the time. We see Eric because he's community manager. We see everybody else. New face, though. That's good. That kind of also gives me an air of like, oh no, this is a very serious situation that we're going to be taking very seriously, which is good. Again, cautiously optimistic. I will temper my expectations until we hear them out and we read everything. Yeah, I might not react to it entirely, right? I might not talk because I haven't seen this. I'm going to listen to what they have to say. So if there's some dead spots, that's why when I do reactions, I leave the video like this. I don't full screen it. That way it's not like, oh, you're freebooting. No, sorry. I don't have big enough knockers to get away with that, sadly.
Honor to represent the team.
Not a shot at anybody specifically. wish I had huge knockers.
Share some details on our new roadmap. It's going to have a very strong focus, more than ever before, on quality of life, which is the day-to-day quality of your player experience. Just to give a little bit of context, a big part of my role is making sure that we are putting our efforts toward the right things in the right ways in Dead by Daylight.
Right, so for example, last year our focus was on new gameplay.
Yeah, we are proud to have delivered some great new events, including 2v8, Chaos Shuffle, Lights Out, and we're going to come with something brand new for the Blood Moon event as well. But
okay, so we're getting a Blood Moon event. Also, adding new things is always welcome. Just say that. Even though I might not like 2v8, it's a good thing that it is here because despite all the problems they're having recently, people are still enjoying it, people are still playing it, which player retention is key.
The reality is, when it comes to the quality of the experience of our players, we understand that we are simply not where we want to be.
Yeah, we've been closely tracking all the discussions about this recently in the current state of the game, and we believe and we agree that now is the time to tackle these issues head on.
Absolutely.
Conveniently.
And to do this, we have made several decisions designed to help us focus directly on this topic, to our players continue to focus on the fun and nothing else. So first, we will be delaying our upcoming release by 3 weeks, and that begins with tomorrow's PTB. Beyond that, multiple other release and events.
Hold up. Wait, hold up. Tomorrow was supposed to be a PTB? Which, this is being recorded on the Monday that they released this, by the way. So tomorrow would have been Tuesday, which is good to know we're going back to a Tuesday release schedule, because that's thumbs up, because I'm like, the anniversary stream I normally do a live reaction to because it's fun, it's great. Tuesdays are the best because I don't work Tuesdays. I work Thursdays, and if they're doing shit on Thursdays, I can't do it live, and that would kind of suck because I'd be spoiled on everything. But that's fine. But delaying things, I know I haven't seen a lot of people reaction. I haven't, God knows I don't spend time on Twitter as much as I used to. But I really don't know. I haven't really engaged things. I haven't really seen Scott's thing or Spooky's thing talking about this video because I wanted to go in it with fresh eyes for this video. Is there oh no, the sky is falling type of approach where like, oh no, they gotta release, they're delaying releases by 3 weeks? 3 weeks is not that long of a time compared to other delays we've seen in gaming, right? Assassin's Creed Shadows was supposed to be out in November. It's February currently, and is not scheduled for release for another month or so. So the fact that it's like, oh, it's only like 21 days, right? It's still coming in the near future. But they're delaying that to fix the game, which is the better exchange, right? You want to delay something to make it better.
In the 2025 calendar will also be impacted in order to give us the opportunity to truly make this quality of life push a priority. From there, of course, we will keep an eye on our progress and make further decisions as needed.
Readjusting our schedule is our way to give our teams the best chance at making the biggest impact when it comes to addressing these updates. And the good news is they've already been hard at work on them.
Yep, and the
That's nice to know.
we're working on will focus on addressing long-standing player pain points, improving current systems, and tackling critical bug fixes. And
bug fixes, that's nice.
Is something we have wanted to do for a very long time. And while it will push some of our upcoming content, we are really excited to start rolling out these updates and what it will mean for our players.
So the approach we're taking is going to be split into 2 phases. If you want to toss up the graphic, Phase 1 begins with our upcoming release on April 2nd, and will run up to and include our anniversary release. Then Phase 2...
April? My dude, it's February currently. Okay. Anti-slugging, surrender option. I'm assuming that's tied to slugging. I'm assuming it's not like, oh, give up. Surrender options like at the start of the game or somebody's, you get hooked once, you throw up the surrender option. I'm assuming that is if everybody is slugged. I don't know if they go in depth in their little article that we'll read next. That's just my my thoughts. Gamma settings, so okay, that's visual, right? That's fine. Go next prevention, curious what that is. Hiding and body blocking prevention, interesting. Spawn rules and map offerings, map offering balance. The thing I saw is map offering balance, and I'm excited for that to come. Improved AFK bots, bulk blood point spending, new quest system, curiosity there, more perk presets, and preview perks in lobby. Okay.
Second, and will run up to and include our anniversary release. Then Phase 2 will...
He says that like it's an event. I just want to point that out, like, oh, it's happening April and running through our anniversary event. Like, you say it like it's an event, but I'm assuming we'll get periodic drops throughout those months. July through December, that's quite a bit of time. Anti-slugging, continued improvements. Okay, anti-tunneling, anti-camping. Those are the big things I want to see improved on, so I'm excited for that. MMR update. Not sure about that. Every time they tune the MMR, it kind of makes everything a little bit fucky. Map and key balancing. Maps are useless and keys are just about as useless. Keyboard and mouse on console, so I could suck at a new way of playing the game. That's great. Custom game improvements, accessibility improvements, prestige rewards, reduced login steps. Login steps, I don't know what that could include.
Include everything that comes after anniversary for the rest of the calendar year.
So in the short term, leading up to and during anniversary, our players can expect to see multiple issues addressed. So that includes first, adjustments to the slugging issues facing players in the game. So we want to deal with this in multiple iterations. This is a complex topic. The first of which is the introduction of a surrender option, and that will be included as part of our next release. Following that, we will be testing another design as part of an iteration of Chaos Shuffle this summer.
And not to leave out our console players, we're going to actually be introducing a new setting to allow players to adjust their in-game gamma.
Also, we often see complaints about the Go Next epidemic, about survivors hiding to hold matches or stage, and killers body blocking. We will be introducing designs to help with each of these issues. Other items we will deliver include enabling bulk blood point spending to fast-track leveling up in the Blood Web, the introduction of the new challenge system, and much more.
So we know that you probably have a lot of questions. You want to know more detail about exactly what we're going to be focusing on. The good news is you can head over right now to deadbydaylight.com. We've got a deep dive article explaining what we're planning, and you can dig into the details there. And of course, as with any work on any game, including Dead by Daylight, priorities might shift as we dig deeper into these issues, but it's our intention that most, if not all, of these issues will be meaningfully addressed in the coming months.
Yeah, so you can look for Eric and I and other members of the team to be back for another catch-up during the anniversary stream. That's where we will give you a breakdown of all the updates we have made during that time and share the rest of our commitments for dealing with player experience that make up phase 2 of this initiative. That will include things like anti-tunneling, custom game improvements, and more. This will take us essentially through the rest of 2025.
But on top of that, I know this is important to folks too. We have a big list of bug fixes that we're going to be going through to help address a bunch of the long-standing pain points that you have in the game. In the meantime, you can keep an eye on our channels across social media for more updates as they make their way into the game. And until then, we'll look forward to the PTB, which is now on March 11th. And I will see you again in our next chapter release broadcast on April 2nd.
And as always, a huge thanks to our entire community for playing Dead by Daylight and of course for your amazing feedback. See you in the fog.
Okay. A lot of good stuff. Again, they didn't elaborate because they just wanted to like, hey, this is what we're working on, go check it out. Okay. March 11th is the PTB. That's when we will get whatever the licensed chapter is. Whether it's a letdown or not, we'll find out then, I guess. That also might explain why maybe some of the leaks have been off about like, hey, there was supposed to be a reveal here, maybe there's supposed to be like something here that teases it, or we're supposed to be all this other stuff that was around the leaking community. Maybe that's why it got delayed. Maybe like, all right, we don't have a lockdown thing yet, right? They got a lot of backlash for the FNAF announcement. Being like, yo, in 1 year's time, FNAF is here. And it's like, give us a date, right? Give us a date, because everybody's like, is it the anniversary? Is it after the anniversary? You just go like, yo, it's here in 1 year. So I'm pretty sure that they didn't want another one of those situations, but okay. Let's go check out the full thing. Dead by Daylight Quality of Life Initiative 2025 Phase 1, like we're the Avengers Initiative, which we kind of are, right? It kind of feels like that. We're coming to save the game and make it better. DBD team announces several roadmaps, general gameplay health improvements to come, substantial quality of life initiative to address many long-standing concerns and frustrations our players have been experiencing. Fingers crossed. Take place over 2 phases. The first runs from April to June. Second runs from July to December. Basically the rest of the year. Kinda. It's weird. I'm assuming it drops. I probably forget what they said, but I'm assuming it drops when the next chapter drops. Like, that's the first instance of it. Right, part 1, we'll get some stuff from here, and then throughout the subsequent updates throughout the months. Right? That's what it sounds like. To accommodate for the scope of this initiative, we've decided to delay several of our upcoming releases, including chapters, rifts, event modifiers, and collections. That's fine. Again, that's fine. If you're going to fix the game and make it better overall, pushing things back a few weeks, I don't care. As long as you make the game better. That's all I care about. Make the game that we all know and love better to play, a better experience for everyone. That's all. That's all. That's all I care about, right? Oh no, the next chapter is delayed by 3 weeks. Oh no, the next rift and event and collection are pushed back. Like, all right, you're going to see some revenue drop, right? You're going to see some revenue drop. But over the long scheme of things, right? I mean, I said it in the beginning of this video that FNAF is coming with, if all the leaks are true, FNAF is coming and it's going to have a boatload, I'm talking like Titanic-sized boat load of cosmetics. You're gonna make money off of that easily. Easily. You draw if Springtrap drops day 1 in a full release, and there's like 7 different cosmetics in there, all for like $5-10, you're gonna make all your money back easily. New players are gonna come in because they saw FNAF is coming and be like, oh, I gotta check that game out. I think it's still on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, you can probably check it out for free. PlayStation runs their thing that has had Dead by Daylight on sale for like 90% off. Same thing with Steam. If they time it right, you're gonna get a lot of new players in, and there are gonna be FNAF fans. They're gonna look at all the skins, go, oh, I could change Springtrap into Freddy? Oh, yeah, please. I could change him into Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, Golden yeah, of course. I think I've said it in one of the other videos. I think it's the Springtrap conspiracy or whatever the hell it was. Like, yeah, there's a decade worth of games, and you have about 6 new animatronics in each game. Yeah, you can milk this shit for the next decade of Dead by Daylight into Dead by Daylight 3 if you need to. You can make money. So delaying it short term, gonna hurt a little bit. Long term, big boon for everybody involved, players and behavior as a whole. There's supposed to be a PTB tomorrow. News to me, but we did not make this decision lightly. Again, that's fine. Confident that delaying our upcoming releases to prioritize the quality of life initiative will ultimately make Dead by Daylight stronger than ever. That's from your post to the entity's ears. We're always listening to our players, and this has been a long time coming. You can say that. You list incoming, including bug fixes for land-standing issues. I get about 15 different videos recommended a day about just insert killer here, and oh, these are the bugs they've had that went unnoticed and unfixed for decades now. Nurses had them, Houndmaster has them, like every killer in the game has bugs that haven't been fixed. So I would like to see a list of the bugs you're looking at, because God knows last time you said you fixed them, you didn't really do that. But let's go into the comprehensive breakdown. Something metalcore, I guess. Surrender state. The team has been working on a surrender feature, which should limit player frustration on both sides. To get it right, we first needed to identify the situation where its use would be most appropriate, leading us to 2 scenarios. All remaining survivors have been slugged, survivor-sided, obviously, and all remaining survivors are bots. That's killer-sided. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think what other situation you would want a surrender feature. Slugged is that? Nothing really else that survivors would want to. We'll get to that when we get to the go next prevention. We'll probably get into that because there's like a billion reasons why survivors don't want to play the game. That's just how life works. How the game works. Killer, I don't mind going against bots. Right? Because if everybody DCs, I'm like, oh, all right, you guys get a DC penalty. You don't play the game for about upwards of a billion hours. That's fine. I'll just go play against the bots and get more blood points. I really don't care if you DC as a killer. That's just me, but I can see why it is frustrating. That's fine. You're looking for a competitive match. MMR is already very shoddy at best. And then everybody DCs is just bots. Like, oh, fuck. All right. And then you DC, and then you're penalized because of that. Yeah. Once these instances occur, players will be able to use a surrender option, ending the trial while retaining blood points they've earned and escaping the disconnect penalty. The scariest of all creatures. Joke. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. That looks good. I do wonder if they'll add more things in the future. Again, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I don't know if anybody has said anything about it, right? Yeah, but I wonder if they'll add more, like, situations that are deemed necessary or appropriate. I'm curious of that. If they'll update all of... They're gonna update, like, the anti-slugging thing. They already say it here and stuff like that. But stuff like, yeah, like the surrender state and the go next thing and all that stuff. I wonder if they'll just like give us updates like, oh no, we're adding stuff to it to make it that much better. I really wonder. Gamma adjustments. DBD can get a little dark, not just thematically. And then sometimes excessive darkness can hinder playability. No way. I mean, like throwing raspberry jam in my face during deep wounds wasn't fun? What? Huh. Oh, that's why you fixed it. We're introducing the ability to adjust gamma settings on all platforms, allowing you to find the sweet spot without sacrificing the intended... That's cute. So without sacrificing the intended artistic direction, that's cute. Find the sweet spot with it? Yeah, no. Dudes, I'm going to give you a pro tip right now. Everybody, day one of this adjustment, cranking that soldier boy all the way up and then playing with it on to get the tactical advantage. There ain't nobody finding the sweet spot. Bro, you kidding me? Sure. Unless, like, the max, like, turns it into a flashbang or a solar flare, everybody's cranking that soldier boy to the top of the chart. And then that's, your artistic integrity is gone. Sorry. What maps will this help on? Crotus is decently dark, kind of. I think when this releases, I'm gonna try to get Coldwind and just crank that shit all up. See if I can burn my retinas. That's what's gonna happen because that map is so fucking bright. You should adjust the gamma down on that one a little bit, or make it nighttime again. I know it's a waxing gibbon or whatever the fuck the moon phase is. I understand Wiccans, but come on, it looks like daytime. Okay, the big one. So big they made 3 different paragraphs or stanzas. It's upsetting everybody today. It's fine. The go next expression refers to instances where a survivor deliberately does everything in their power to quickly go to the next game, including walking up to the killer and standing still, running to a hook and pointing at it repeatedly, or most commonly, intentionally failing skill checks while on hook. We've all been there. We've all done this, right? You don't want to play against a certain killer, right? So you're like, all right, I want to go next. This game is unfun. Whatever, right? Again, that thing from up here. There's a billion reasons why a survivor doesn't want to play the game. You're just not going to help that. To disincentivize and properly penalize this behavior, we'll be implementing measures that will help us identify when a player is attempting to go next. Once identified, they will receive a disconnection penalty point and lose an entire grade. Let's get through it and I'll give my opinions. They're not good opinions, but they're opinions nonetheless. We'll be keeping a close eye on the system to ensure it's actually, but we're confident that this will help alleviate the issue. That's cute, honey. I'll put it up on the fridge next to Ringo's art. On the other hand, you don't get that joke? That's fine. On the other hand, we'd like to reward players who stick around through those challenging matches, even when things take a dire turn. We'll be moving forward with a new emblem-based multiplier. Sure. that grants additional blood points during your following match, with the bonus stacking over consecutive trials. Okay. So we have a side A and a B side. I guess an A side and a B side. This disconnection penalty point and lose an entire grade. Ken, quick quiz for you class. What does a grade do for you in Dead by Daylight? If you said fuck all, you are correct. Grades are like points in Whose Line Is It Anyway? They exist, but they don't matter. Doesn't matter. And you're giving somebody a DC penalty point. I'm assuming that's like the rating of your disconnection penalty. I'm assuming like, oh, you'll get a DC of 5 minutes, right? People who are doing this don't give a fuck about your grades. They don't give a fuck. They probably don't give a fuck about your disconnect penalty, because they'll get a... I know when it happens to me, like, Spectrum just shits itself, because it does, because Spectrum sucks. I'll get a disconnection feature, a disconnection point, I guess they're now labeled. And I'll get a DC penalty of 5 minutes. I'll go, fuck it, I'm just gonna go play Fortnite. Fuck it. I can't play your game, the game I intended to play for 5 minutes. I'm gonna go play something else. You're gonna see a hit to your player base there. I don't think this is gonna solve anything. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer of the group. Like, the only way a grade matters is at the end of the month with grade reset, rank reset, and you get X number of blood points depending on the grade you got. Doesn't matter. And this whole new emblem-based multiplier, why has it gotta be emblem-based? Emblems are an archaic system from from 8-9 years ago now that needs to be eradicated like 6 years ago. You got rid of ranks, so now they're grades, and they don't go towards your MMR, they don't go towards anything else like that. That's why MMR sucks in this game. It used to be fine where you're playing against similar ranked people, but now it's just like, it's a grouping of numbers, whatever. Emblems, for you kids that just joined this, like in the past couple years, since they reworked it to grades, emblems used to be the way you ranked up. You got higher ranks, right? They were also the only way you could unlock the adept achievements for killer. You'd have to be adept. You'd have to get 4 iridescent emblems to do it. You had to double pip. That's what it's called. You had to double pip to get the adept achievement. They now made it so your emblems don't fucking matter. You just have to get Merciless Killer, which is kill all 4 survivors. So emblems don't go towards that. They don't go towards your grades. Emblems and the grade system need to be rehauled completely and made something different, in my opinion, because they just don't matter. Emblems are capped at stupid points, so you don't get an excess of blood points. That's their entire reasoning. It's dumb. It's nonsensically a nonsensical mechanic, right? Oh, you do one thing, right? Deviousness or whatever it is, hunting in as a killer. You max that out at 10k blood points. That's the only amount you'll get, right? You play Doctor, you'll get Deviousness to max rank within the first 30 seconds of the match. Like, some killers are just better at it. Other Wraith does it really good too. But it's capped, so it's really like, all right, if you're farming blood points, you're gonna hit a cap of like not a lot. That's why everybody pops the blood point booster offerings, right? Cake and streamers and stuff like that, right? That's when the anniversary event comes around. Everybody puts blood points in every character to get a stack of cakes, right? That's why I did it this past anniversary. The survivors I play the most, I have like 100 cakes on them. That way I can get more blood points, right? That's the strat. I'm cautiously optimistic is not the word. I'm cautiously nihilistic with this, with the go next prevention. I need more. I need more of an explanation for this. Right? I need more of an explanation, because the way it sounds to me, I'm reading it in 2 different ways. The first one is the preferred option where, like, your You're rewarding players for sticking it out through those challenging matches. So you complete the match. Start the match as Survivor. We'll say, right, Go Next is mostly Survivor-sided. It's whatever. You play as Survivor, start the match, play through it, you escape, you die on 4 gens left, whatever. You complete it, and then you get a nice little mark next to all 4 of your emblems that says, like, ×2. Or times 1.5, or however small it's going to be, because it's not going to be massive. Because then you take away the grind game that this game has and makes it less grindy, and made videos about it. It's fine. The game is not fine. Like 1.5 times your modifiers. Like, all right, cool. And then you get that in your following match, because they can't have it during your current match. That'd be too good of a system. But you go into your next match and you complete that match as well, and then at the end you see 1.5 times multiplier next to your emblems. Like, oh, all right. Instead of 10,000 blood point cap, it's now what? 11,500. Ooh, an extra 1,500 blood points. Do you see why it's a problem here? Like, all right, cool, because it's always going to be like multiplicative, right? You times 10k times 0.5. Well, it'd be half of it, so it'd be like 5,000. So, yeah, okay. So you have like 15,000. Ooh, an extra 5,000 blood points. That unlocks 2 nodes. That's not a lot. It sounds like a lot. It ain't a lot. But then you finish that match. Your next match, you'll have like 2 times, or its behavior, so it'll probably be like 1.6. Because they don't want you earning blood points, because then you won't play the game. But there's sunk cost fallacy here that keeps you playing the game. They don't understand business. They do not understand business. So that's the one way to look at it, right? It stacks for every consecutive trial finished without DCing or going next, right? That's how it would work ideally. My other thinking is that you'll only get a modifier when somebody goes next, so you'll never see it most times. That's my fear, is that it's a shitty mechanic that you never see. And on best days, it's a shitty mechanic that's based on the emblem-based multiplier. A system that's so archaic. Fucking Adiris is like, damn, that's old. Because she's the oldest killer in the trial. She's from fucking Mesopotamia or some shit. Old age joke. So this is not going to work. Disconnection penalty point and losing a grade, not going to work. This might work. If this is good enough, then this will work, right? If it all hinges on this, right? I need more explanation. I need more in-depth explanation here. Because you're telling me a lot, but you're not telling me anything, really. The only way the go next prevention works is if the emblem-based multiplier stacks every match no matter what, no matter if it's a cakewalk or if it's a difficult match. It stacks with consecutive trials, and it doesn't go away once you log out, right? That's the big point. They're going to be dicks and make it go away once you log out or you close your game or whatever, because they got to keep you hooked some way, right? That's the only way it works. And if it works that way, it works properly. Like your first match, you finish, the next match gives you ×2 multiplier on your emblems. All right, then it's worth it. And it goes from 2 to 3 times to 4 times. Maybe it caps at like 5 or 6 times the blood points you're earning. And maybe when you log off, you log back on, maybe it drops by half. That's the way I would like to see it happen. And if it does happen like that, then your go next prevention works flawlessly. But right now, nihilistic about the entire thing, because nobody cares about this shit. And emblems suck. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry to be the Debbie Downer to piss on this parade, but this doesn't sound good. Extreme hiding and body blocking prevention. Extreme hiding refers to survivors drawing out the unwinnable match by ignoring their objective and waiting out the clock. The clock, I believe, is 60 minutes. Then the server just kicks everybody in the thing, right? Chess merchant type shit. I've been here, not doing it, but I've been on the receiving end of it, where the survivors just hide in a corner, just waiting. Like, oh, cool. That's why it's great. Cool job there, buds. No, that's a lie. I've done this once. and it was to get the achievement for unlocking the hatch and escaping through it. That's the only time I did it. I don't like hiding. This game is not about hide and seek anymore. It's about running around doing stupid shit. To combat this, we're changing the way AFK crows operate. Oh no, honey. So they can be more accurate. They can more accurately identify when a player is deliberately avoiding engagement with their gameplay objective. Once a player receives crows, their location will be immediately revealed to the killer. Isn't that how it works? Get killer instinct notifications is annoying as fuck. That's why players are drawn to it, to shut the crows up. Okay. We will also be incorporating a feature that allows players to lose collision after receiving a third AFK crow, which should prevent instances of body blocking related griefing. This is good. I could say drop this from a third crow to one crow. Like, if you get one crow, you lose all collision, except with the killer. No. That's what the killer would want. The killer would want you to not be tangible. So yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Drop this to one crow. After receiving your first crow, it prevents body blocking, griefing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is fine. You're confusing me again. I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Takes all of my brain power to play because it is such an intense game to comprehend at points. You have to a lot of reading. So my brain power right now is at a low. You need to show me, like, pictures. Explain it to me like I'm a toddler. So they can... We're changing the way AFK crows operate. So I don't remember if it's a video or if it's just something that happened. I remember it vividly because, yeah, it sucked. I think it was when I was going for Leon's Adept achievement. I was playing against a Huntress on Elm Street. I remember it vividly. It was like me and like two other people or one other person, and we had all the gens done, and we were just waiting to open the gates. We were waiting out, no way out. We were waiting that out. So I'm hiding behind a brick, hiding behind one of the cinder blocks or the hedges, right? Just hiding. She's coming over like, all right, shit. All right, I'm doing tippy tappies, crouch in a corner. And then I get a crow, because I guess doing slow crouch walk means nothing. And then I got found and I died, and it's annoying. It's a annoying feature. So if you're like, oh, we're gonna make it so crows appear quicker, bro, that's bad. That's very bad. Explain it to me like a toddler, because you're explaining really nothing here. Map offerings! We recognize that map offerings are a bit divisive. They're not. Everybody hates them. Some players enjoy them. They don't. Those people should not be playing the game. While others feel they can grant an unfair advantage. They feel that way because they do. The only person that's burning a map offering that enjoys that shit is Jump Scare Myers, because you need specific maps to play Jump Scare Myers, but you fucking hate Jump Scare Myers. That's why you nerf the offerings that go with them. Assholes. The fact that they automatically bypass both map and realm repetition system can also add to that function. It'd be great if that system actually worked. The amount of times I've played, gotten like Cold Wind, and then the very next match gotten Cold Wind again without map offerings, bruh. Fix your system, please. Moving forward, map offerings will no longer guarantee an appearance of a given map, but rather increase its chances by 20%, which is, it sounds like not a lot, but that is the fifth of the, 1 out of 5, a fifth of the chance. Note that it will not stack, which is fine. We're also looking to make it so map offerings, as well as several other types of offerings, will remain a secret during load-in. Okay. That way, your decision to remain in the match does not be swayed by external factors. That's fine. I like this, actually. I really like this. Just, yeah, keep map offerings hidden. That's fine. I like that. You fuck over Jump Scare Myers with this, but hey, again, you hate him anyway, so here we are. Spawn rules. Survivor spawn placements can be a significant... Let's start over. Take a drink. Hold up. Survivor spawn placements can have a significant impact on a trial's outcome. Yep. An observation that has been repeatedly recognized by our community. Yep, because it's so fucking obvious. It's become clear that survivors spawning separately and thereby covering more ground allow them to gain a notable advantage in completing their objective. Yeah. You mentioned Shroud offers here, so I'll keep my comments to myself until then. We're changing the default survivor spawn rules to ensure that each survivor will spawn within 12 meters of one another on the same floor, if applicable. To accommodate for this change, shroud offerings will be adjusted accordingly. That's fine. That's a fine change. It is what it is, right? We gotta wait and see. That's all it is. Shroud offerings, or for one, backwards. I've been saying this for the longest time. The killer one does not benefit the killer, and the survivor one definitely does not benefit the survivor. Oh, as a killer, you burn the shroud offering, and it makes all the survivors spawn away from each other. Well, yeah, they cover more ground that way, and instead of 2 people on 1 generator, it's 4 people on 4 gens. 1 person on 1 gen each, right? That's bad. And as survivor, you're burning a shroud offering, so you all start together, bunched up, making it easier. So if this killer finds one of you, they find at least 1 or 2 more. So you're at a disadvantage there, right? The shroud offerings suck. Most of the offerings suck. I've been saying this for a long time. This is fine. The change to shroud offerings, I need to see before I make a judgment on that. I would like to see it just you cut all of them out, except for the one that's like, oh, you spawn farthest away from the killer, right? Yeah, I like that. These will be kept secret. Now you make... I think the only offering that you don't need to make secret is blood point ones. I'd be fine with making every other secret remain a secret during lock-in. I'd be fine with that. Yeah, okay. AFK bot detection. Players that use AFK bots can be frustrating to have in your trial. We're working on improvements to our detection system so that we quickly identify and penalize them accordingly. Huh? You mean hackers? Players that use AFK bots can be frustrating to have in your trial. What? AFK bot. I'm trying to visualize what that means. So, somebody loads into the game, right? I load into the game, and my teammate, who is a human, also loads into the game, but they have a program that they don't need to play the match. They go AFK, but the bot takes over? Is that how I've never heard of this. It must be a huge deal if they're like, yo, we're doing improvements to fix this. I've never seen anybody talk about this. I mean, there's a couple of videos where I'm like, oh, you're playing like a bot? Perhaps? I don't know. This one's like, I'm kinda... I don't know about this one. I'm confused about this. All right. All I can assume is like, right? Like your teammate spawns in, they're AFK, and then they have like a program hacking it, so the bot takes over. So they play better, right? Because bots just play better. I need more info. Explain to me like I'm a toddler. Thank you. Bulk blood point spending. To speed up the general blood web activity, we're adding a button that will allow you to spend blood points in bulk. That's how it should have been when they updated it. It shouldn't have been like, oh, it'll just automatically choose everything, right? Because like every chapter, right? Every chapter release, I save up over 1 million blood points. Because I want to get those characters up to Prestige 1. That way I know they have like, there's a potential at least to have their perks at least tier 2, if not tier 3, all of them. And that way it unlocks the tier 1 on everybody else, right? That's why I like to do that. And hitting the button to autofill every blood point web that goes takes about 40 minutes. It is a time-consuming process. So if you're just like one button, like I go, like this is the button, I go click, and it just takes. Although in that instance, I'm hoping you can set an amount to spend. So I have 2 million blood points for the FNAF chapter, right? I'm like, I don't want to put all 2 million into Springtrap. I want to put it into the survivor that they're coming with, question mark. Don't know if that's true or not. We'll have to wait and see till the anniversary chapter, the anniversary stream. But, I'd like to be like, oh, how many blood points do you want to spend? Like, oh, 1 million. 1 mil. And then it'll just like, boop, there, you're P1 or you're level 50 and a half or some shit like that. This is good. Again, I need more info. You're telling me I just punched my desk. Ow. Hand gestures. I jammed my fucking index finger. You're telling me things. I need more explanation on shit like this. Right? It's just another sentence. Like, with this, you'll be able to input how many blood points you want to spend on on that character, and then it'll give you the levels. It'll spit out, like, here's everything you bought, right? I need more info. The quest system, previously announced last year. I don't remember that. I don't remember last year. The quest system is a part of a larger update to the archives and rifts, so expect more information in an article specifically dedicated to that. For now, know that we will be reworking the challenge system as well as daily rituals to reduce the grind, make it easier to earn rewards, and increase overall levels of fun. I don't think you know what that means. I'm going to get very cynical here and very down. Reduce the grind? Motherfuckers, you have reduced the blood point additions off of every perk that has them, or had them at this point, over the past 2 years. Barbecue and chili was fine the way it was. Oh, you get, what? Up to 4 times more blood points, overall blood points? If you hook every survivor at least once, meaning you hook the first one, you see the aura of the next one, you go over there, it's a incentive to not tunnel and camp. You took that away from that perk for no reason, to make the game grindier. You took away the blood point bonus from We're Gonna Live Forever. If you used to get like double the blood points or 4 times the blood points, however much it was, if you unhooked every other survivor in the match, or you hit like certain amount of unhooks, you took that off of that perk, a perk that incentivized you to be altruistic. You took that away. So hey, guess what? Nobody's altruistic now. Everybody's tunneling and camping. You made the game grindier because you were losing fucking player hours. Now you're saying here, we want to reduce the grind, make it easier, and increase overall fun. Fuck you. Put the blood point bonuses back on all the perks you took them from, and then I'll believe your dipshits. I don't trust you at this point. And when it comes to this, making the game less grindy, I don't trust you. What was it up here? It was something stupid. You said something fucking dumb. Oh yeah, the emblem-based multiplier. You don't care about us having fun or being less grindy. As long as you get those player retention hours up. That's all you fucking care about. This is a stupid fucking statement. That's just dumb. Reduce the grind. Sure. Perk loadouts and preview after successful round of A/B testing. You mean just giving it to streamers? That's the only time I saw that shit. We'll be allowing players to see I guess that's probably the point of streaming. We'll be allowing players to see their own perk loadouts while in lobby, as well as adding additional perk loadout. That's good. Additional perk loadouts. Also, we won't just have 3. That's good. I like that. That's a good part. We believe these changes will be an overall benefit to DBD's health, further establishing a positive gaming environment for all players. We'd also like to thank you for your patience and understanding during this time. We'll be back at our anniversary broadcast in May to recap part 1. In May? Okay. Alright. And provide deeper insight into... I thought the anniversary event was... or anniversary broadcast was in June. We're pushing everything back 3 weeks, but we're pushing this forward to May? Unless it lines up with a FNAF anniversary? Probably fucking does, right? Oh, fuck. Hold on. I gotta do some research. Nope. My bad. I thought maybe Five Nights at Freddy's 3 10-year anniversary was in, like, May? No, it's actually, like, 2 weeks away. So, I was wrong off that, but that kind of does also line up, right? So, alright. May is the anniversary broadcast, so that's fun. So keep an eye out for announcements. In the meantime, we're looking forward to hearing your thoughts and feedback. You don't want to reduce the grind. That's my main takeaway of this one. Fuck you. Otherwise, I need more info. That's just straight up. I need more info. Surrender state, that's fine. Again, I hope they improve it and add things to it. Gamma adjust is what it is. The go next thing, I don't think this is going to work unless this is actually good. But then again, it's emblem based. An emblem based system is not good. Nobody gives a fuck about your grades. Just like college. Extreme hiding and body blocking, this is good. Right? Again, you could drop this to once you get your first crow, you have no more tangibility. People could just walk through you. That'd be fine. Changing the way it operates, more accurately identify when a player is deliberately avoiding engagement. Maybe that's a benefit, right? Because I said the whole thing with Leon where I was like crouching and I was walking back and forth. Maybe now it'll be like less intense, right? If you're crouching and you're just walking back and forth trying to hide from the killer, or if you're in the killer's terror radius, maybe it won't happen. Again, needing more info. This is fine, except I love jump scare Myers, and he's dead in the ground, waiting for his resurrection. Thanks. When's H2O? When's the H2O chapter update for all Mikey? This is fine. Again, you can keep every offering a secret during the load-in, except for blood point offerings. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I don't think anybody would, really. Spawn rules, this is fine. I need more info on how you're changing the Shroud offerings. But for the most part, this is fine. Improved AFK bot detection. I don't know what the fuck that is, so I can't comment on it. This is fine. This will be fine if you can put in the number of blood points you want to spend on a character. That way you don't just dump your entire load into one character. There's that. Quest system. Oof. I said my piece about it. For now, no, that will be reworking the challenge system as well as daily rituals. I hope you give us more daily rituals for one, and give us at least one weekly ritual for 3 times the amount of blood points. I think that's better, but the way they're saying this, now that I'm rereading it, it's a larger update to the Rift and the archives. So maybe you get more blood points from daily rituals, and you get Rift fragments, maybe, but they also say they're reworking the challenge system, which is the archives challenges, I'm assuming. To reduce the grind, make it easier to earn rewards, and increase the... okay. This, again, that shit you said, or you've done over the past 2 years to remove blood point multipliers from certain perks, means that you don't want to reduce the grind unless you revert those changes, which you won't. All you have to do is revert the ones on barbecue, and we're going to live forever. And then that's fine. You don't have to do anything else because the other ones are stupid because they only affect the, where is it? Here it is, the fucking emblem-based system. Make it easier to earn rewards, so maybe they're not just stupid fucking ones. I've been saying, like, for the longest time that just make the archives challenges. You can complete multiple in a game. Right? Even if it's just like you could select 2 or 3 ones that you could work on during a match. Like, I could work on the gen repair one and escape one and the glyph one in the same match. That'd be fine. So maybe it is just making it easier to earn rewards and increase the fun. So maybe it is just like having a Fortnite system where you can complete every challenge in a single match. Right? I don't know. It kind of also sounds like they're looking to revamp the archives and the rifts, or at least just the challenge part of it. So you can, I don't know, it sounds like they're changing the entire like battle pass. I don't know, but they all say as well as rituals. So again, maybe they're adding rift fragments to it or something. I don't know. But they also say to reduce the grind. So maybe the rewards will be increased. I don't know. Again, I need more info. You have to prove to me that you actually want to reduce the grind. I don't buy it. And the perk loadout thing is like, meh. Really? I've seen people make videos like with it on. I'm just like, that's kind of obnoxious just having it over here. You'll be able to see your own perk loadouts in the lobby. I think you should make it so we can see other people's perk loadouts in the lobby. That we know, oh, they're a memer, so they're not going to do shit. They're just going to try to run the killer. All right, that's fine. You're running a Gen Rush build. I'll stick with you. We'll Gen Rush things, and we'll fucking escape, right? But then again, that's a one-sided thing, because killer seeing your perks is bad. And you seeing killer perks is also bad as Survivor. This is perfect. Adding more additional slots. If you give me 2 or 3 more, then fine. Give me more cosmetic slots as well. That's what I would like. Overall, it is... We have to see when they release. Starts in June or April and goes through June when the anniversary chapter does release. Well, we'll have to see what they release, right? Well, like, what is most important is probably go next prevention, the anti-slugging surrender option type of thing, body blocking. Probably, I don't know if they'll release the new quest system and the bulk blood point spending system, maybe all in one. I don't know. It's what, April, May, and June? So that's 3 months. So separate into like 3 sections. Maybe Go Next, Gamma, and Anti-Slug, one in April. I don't know. Well, we'll have to see, right? They might just dump like 90% of this in one patch in April. Then May gets like one thing changed, and then June is like, all right, we're gonna update you on things coming in July. Well, it's a wait and see. We'll have to see. Overall, I give it a B. I'll remain cautiously optimistic on everything, just to see how they do it and what bugs get changed. But that is what it is for now. I want to test things better as well, because then this shit wouldn't have to happen, right? No, but I mean, how do you figure this out? I don't know. I don't know. Cautiously optimistic. I will remain on most of it until I am proven wrong with this one. But for now, I thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I don't know if you enjoyed it. It's just reacting and bitching about things. But do the hook the like button, more subscribe button, bang bang that bell, and until next time, I guess this will be a regular series where we jump back in and see what they're updating us about quality of life stuff. I don't know. But until next time, I will see you in the fog. Good luck.